name is Arnie Murillo. I am 39 years old. I was born in Chicago. My parents are from Mexican heritage. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings. I lived in Chicago for the first 12 years of my life. My father was a role model. He worked full-time at a manufacturing plant in Chicago. For additional income, he would purchase cars at auctions and resell them. He taught me when I lived in Chicago, I also worked at an auto parts store at age 12, where I learned more about cars. This encouraged me to assist my father in selling cars, and that's where my interest and knowledge of the used car business began. In 1991, my father was diagnosed with cancer. Towards the end of that year, my family and I moved to California due to his deterioration health condition he was suffering. We moved when doctors told him he had 6 months to live. My father, however, was looking for different answers. My family had a yard sale and sold everything in the apartment and headed to Anaheim, California, where he passed away in 1993. As a family, we decided to move to Tulsa in an effort to provide just a better environment for our kids, my brothers and I. Upon the arrival of Tulsa, my mom registered us to the Union Schools District. During my senior year in high school, I had enough credits that would allow me to attend half of my senior year to graduate. My first job in Tulsa was in Taco Bell. Started at $3.75 an hour, but wasn't quite enough. So I kept on looking for a better job, and I got hired at Delta Cafe as a dishwasher for $5.15, so it's getting better. After several attempts, I finally got a job at AutoZone, which that was my goal was to work at AutoZone since it was auto industry. But I couldn't get hired because I wasn't 18 yet. But finally, that happened. I took a pay cut in the automotive, working for AutoZone. I started there as a part-time, then full-time, and then finally began the big checks kept coming in. In fact, I was promoted as an assistant store manager in a short period of time. While working at AutoZone to supplement my income, I started a lawn service after hours. This was my first experience as an entrepreneur, and I loved it. I met people in the car business and ultimately asked a fellow if he could get me into a car auction to buy a car. I bought a 1991 Cadillac DeVille for $525. I sold it for $1,500. I wasn't there. I couldn't wait for the next auction. I took notes, I'm very nervous here. Ultimately, I closed the lawn service business. The car business did good. In 1998, I departed the auto parts store and opened my first car lot with 6 cars in my total inventory. In 2002, business grew and I moved to a larger lot. Since upon that, in 2003, I got into the nightclub business and been doing that since. 2013, we opened up the former Casa Bonita, which is now the Rio restaurant and bar. And kind of boring, and not I'm gonna bore you guys with my story here, but 2015, we opened up Pine Street Salvage at Pine and Peoria. I'm fortunate to live the American dream. Started with nothing, earned minimum wage, lived at the bottom of the economic ladder. But my success has a result of hard work, long hours, dedication, and risk-taking. I just want to thank you.
just want to take this time out right now to acknowledge those that are sitting at this table. Real quick, I've been in radio for 17 years or so. My first start was being a affiliate producer for the Tom Joyner Morning Show. And to sit next to these wonderful people, I'm actually shaking, but I'm keeping it under control. So please, a round of applause for the Tom Joyner Morning Show. Tom, Sybil, J. Anthony Brown. Okay.